Shinedown's The Human Radio. Of course, copyright going to those folks. Good to see you, Mark, and good old Fluffy. Good to see you as well, my brother. Stream number 2 of 2 tonight, and we are in Atlanta. Had a bit of a scare there. The other version, which has treated me oh so well for the past several months, all of a sudden would not load. Out of nowhere. Don't know why it was doing that. So I broke out a version that I raced on and online, and it worked out pretty well. So we should be in for a good one here tonight. Nonetheless. Welcome back, Nathan. This is the Nike 500, the penultimate race of the NCCS season. And it's Atlanta, and the racing is going to be very, very similar to the other version. If anything, there might actually just be a smaller chance of crashes. I did not have any time to make any I&I adjustments. That's why the lap count is 49 laps. The only thing that I messed with really quick was I reduced the tire wear so that they could hold more speed for a longer time. I already did make sure that they will not pit, which they will not. So it should be a pretty darn good race for 49 laps here in the Nike 500 at Atlanta. Top 10 stack up as follows. Diego Pez on pole. Certainly where he would like to finish, considering the fact that he gained a little bit on Cody Reynolds in the last race. Would like to gain a little more here. Wyatt Walker to his outside in the number 2. Then Ben Crouch and Julius Anderson. Mark Davidson, Matthew Hartford. Michael Canto and Chris Myers. And then Sienna Merrill and Wyatt Quayle. There we go. And yes, indeed, you are in this series. Driving the number 12. Having a bit of a quiet season. Haven't done that much, but you never know. I'm not really going to worry about where any of the contenders are starting, mainly because this is one of those races that starting position does not matter. It does not matter at all. Nick Kennedy, Ryan Kendall, William Bragg, they can absolutely win this thing. And likewise, Diego Pez, Wyatt Walker, they can all finish last. That's just how this race is going to go. See a little bit of cycle race in action, but not quite full blown like you know, to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back. Those races are a little predictable and thus a little bit annoying. Yeah, ba 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 ba. Oops. It's the Powerpuff Girls car. That's all you need to know. Oh, too funny. So, anyways, 49 laps, ready to get underway here in Atlanta. The second race of tonight and the 17th race of the season. Again, I went into what will be happening over on Discord. Again, if anyone needs clarification on that, I will be more than happy to explain it and go from there. But anyways, time for the command. Time to fire them. Time to fire them up. Dang, I messed that up. Time to fire them up. Time to get this race going.
Drivers, start your engines!
I think that was the exact same command for North Wilkesboro. I really think it was. Won't be how my Atlanta race was. Pack Racing Central, but that's 2014 Atlanta day and night for you. Very funny you say that. This is 2014 night. But there is a big difference between simulation and arcade. I think that you do your races in arcade mode. I'm doing this in simulation, which I think makes for better racing in that regard. So, just a little food for thought there for you. Pace cars in 77 and 44 on the front row. Into the restart zone. The penultimate race of season number 4 of the NCCS is underway. Ben Kraut's led the first lap. Going to see a bit of cycle racing here in the first few laps. And then they should calm it down at least a little bit. Davidson trying to get in front of the 5. Shouldn't have to worry about that quite yet. You'll see the inside lane definitely where you want to be, as is the case in most NR races. This is definitely a track that once they start to settle it down, you should be able to hang on to the lead for at least a little bit. But for right now, brand new tires, all the grip in the world. Have at it. And that's what these guys are doing right now. Santa Maria takes the lead away. Chris Myers, Jeffers Lineback, Nathan Stapleton all here in the inside lane. The 02 hanging on the lead for now, but the 12 is going to get underneath. Side by side for the first few rows. A little 3 wide action in the middle of the pack. I guess this track has a lot more grip than I thought. Because I raced on this track, I think it was this version. I could be wrong. But I think it was this version that I did an online race in. And my gosh, was it a bit of a mess. Guys could not hold their car straight on the restarts. That was tough. Sean Fay here on the inside lane looking for his second win on the season. Zachary Fitzwater looking for probably win number 8,000 at this point in his NR career. And they're getting a little dicey in the middle of the pack there, so I'll nearly go 4 wide. Looks like they settled it down. The drafting distance is a little higher on this version, so I don't think we'll see any 4 wide. I did 2 full-length test races, and neither of them had any cautions. And my goodness, they are cycling a lot more than I thought they would. I actually do... Well, yeah, that's true. They are random in that regard. But I mean, they are set values now of 90 to 100. I realized my error in that way. Now, as this race does go on, I know I said that I lowered the tire wear. They will start to slow down by maybe a couple tenths as this race goes on. And then it will be a little harder for this cycle racing to keep going as Carter Friesen takes the lead away from Sean Fay. Oscar Anderson, Jay Jefferson all charging here in the inside lane now. Al Lagacy, the 33, is there as well. This is a lot more cycling than I thought it was going to be. But hey, it's pretty good cycle racing, that's for sure. Maybe I should have increased the strength. Maybe that would have... Or lowered it, I don't know. Oh well, I mean, hey, I only had 15 minutes to test a completely new version that I don't think I've ever done an offline race for, so bear with me. Did I use the same package? Maybe. It's possible as Jay Jefferson takes the lead. Winner at Kentucky in that number 40. They're going to keep a charge going. Man, they get awfully close there. A lot of 2x2 action. Al Lagacy trying to dive it down a little lower underneath of the 40. Not able to get underneath. Or at least able to keep it underneath, I should say. And you remember what I said at the beginning of the race? Wyatt Walker started 10th, dropped all the way back to the rear, and has now worked his way back up into the top 5. Well, that's pretty much where track position at this point in the race, or especially at the very start of the race. means just about nothing. To reinstall NR sometimes so I can actually watch in full screen and drive. And driving is a whole different beast. Let me tell you. I mean, this ain't no... well, especially in simulation mode, this ain't no NASCAR inside line, heat evolution, etc. I mean, this is a true simulator, and it's really fun, but you got to be ready for it, because if you're not, you might find yourself wanting to throw your computer out the window. It is really cool, though, and I really do enjoy it. That's why I've gotten into online racing quite a bit. And in fact, I do hope to maybe stream or record and post some more online races, I mean. And have some fun with that. That's 4 wide. Michael Cantor in the middle of that. Sebastian Kukulon. My commentary skills suck. Car in the wall and around goes Canto. Does that collect anyone else? It does not. Everyone taking avoiding action, though. Can they all keep it straight? Looks like they will. But Julius Anderson also severely affected by that. We'll see if he has any damage. He does have quite a bit on the side. And Michael Canto, a lot of rear end damage. Leader at the stripe while taking the caution was the 50 of Oscar Anderson. Joe Rutkowski in second. Then Nick Kennedy, Jeffers, Lineback, and Sebastian Kukulon are the top 5. So a caution. Something I actually did not think was going to happen. As you up the curse of the number 4 car. Go ahead and see what happened. The only car really affected by that, which is kind of good to see. But yeah, just obviously not enough room to maneuver there. And yeah, good lick there for 21, Julius Anderson as well. But a very, very, very lucky break that no one else was even affected by that. I mean, drivers had to take a void exit, but that was it. No one else wrecked. No one else went around. Just the 4 and the 21 getting the worst of that. And I mean, in a 4-wide situation, that is pretty much... I mean, that's bound to happen. There's just not enough room to maneuver at these speeds. I mean, you've seen the speeds, almost 210 miles an hour going into these corners. So caution out here, lap 18. Go ahead and accelerate through here a bit to keep things moving along. Doesn't look like anyone is going to come down pit road, as they shouldn't. Green flag will be taken on lap 21. So the 21 and the 4 will stay on the lead lap. But we'll see what kind of pace they're going to have. I can't imagine that the 21 is going to be in that bad a shape. We'll see about Canto, though. But I mean, neither of them took any major licks, so it shouldn't be catastrophic, but you never know. We will find out. What car must be in Roush's Xfinity Series program. Oh, man. That is not far from the truth. It seems. So the field single file, the 50, the 1, 16, 42, and 99, the top 5. Pace car pulls it back in. Lap 21 will be 19, I think. Or no, I cannot math. 29 laps to go, rather. Green flag is back out. And one gigantic line going into turn 1 there. A couple guys getting shuffled out of line. Cody Reynolds and the 64 of Ryan Kendall, but they quickly merge back in. The 1 car coming down the line here to take the lead away. That is Joe Rutkowski. Check in on the 1 and the 21 here shortly. There's already some aggressive moves being made. Way down to the inside goes the 42. Jeffers linebacker to take the lead away. And this is going to be a lot of luck just to get the win here. That's pretty much the main thing that it's going to take. Cody Reynolds side by side with pole setter Diego Pez. Of course, that's a little significant there for the championship battle. We'll see what Reynolds is able to do. Because if things really, really go his way, he can all but lock it up here today. Things are really going to have to go his way, though, for that to happen. Such as him winning and everyone else going full bleh. Rutkowski doing a good job hanging it in here on the outside lane. Help from Oscar Anderson. Sebastian Kugelin had enough of push into 42, though. He's looking for the race lead. 3 wide up at the front. Well, the only thing I messed with was the tire wear. That was it. Unless maybe we have different 2014 versions, which is possible. I don't even remember. I don't even remember where I downloaded this from. It has been a long, long time. This track has honestly just been sitting in my extra tracks folder collecting dust. And here it is, proven to be a saving grace. As the other version would not work. The revamped 2010 version is such a good version. I don't know why it wasn't loading all of a sudden. And hey, we got good stuff going here. Kukulon looking for win number 3 on the season, which would tie Cody Reynolds for the most on the season. Reynolds has 3. Wyatt Walker in second, pushing him along. And they have a few car lengths between them and the rest of the pack, where Al Lagasse and Juan Garcia are side by side. The Armory Digital site, it's possible, but I could not tell you. I could not tell you for sure. As the 44 looks to take the race lead away from the 99, the 90... Cody Reynolds in the top 10 doing what he needs to do at the moment. And there's the 98 of Dale Salzman, that black and red car. The only driver without a top 10 this season so far. So that would be pretty cool to see him finish in the top 10 here today. And check that box off of his sheet. So Wyatt Walker, current race leader. Juan Garcia's here. Johnny Gardner, the 35. Thought about it, but just did not quite have the momentum. Diego Pez underneath of the 90. And Mark Davidson coming up here as well. 90 put it to the high side, 3 wide. Not where you want to be at a track like this. He's going to start to drop back. That is what his rivals would like to see, though. Is that 90 dropping back? Gosh, look how close they get to the wall. Just trying to get as good of an entry in as they can. And you're losing your voice in the process in an NFL game. That sounds like a perfectly normal occurrence to me. But welcome, good sir. Johnny Gardner underneath Juan Garcia. That is for second. Wyatt Walker still able to stay in front of them, though. Doing a good job out there in front of that number 44 Hot Wheels Pontiac thus far. And right now in the top 5 is the 98 of Dale Salzman. Come on, buddy, bring it home. Still got a good ways to go, though, in this race. About 18 now. Just do laps on the road and NR. I mean, I know that you said that you weren't really into it, but I do think that it would be cool to see you at least maybe try an online race. Because, I mean, there's some development series out there that I do think that you would enjoy. But again, it's up to you. I'm just throwing that out there. I do think that you would dig it. as Canto and Anderson have dropped way off the main pack. Just about a second off of the leaders, not quite a second. So we'll see if they get caught up to or not before the end of this one. But Wyatt Walker's still leading. Racking up some laps led here, showing plenty of strength. Al Lagasse has been up here for most of this race. Danny Bouchard now showing some speed here in the 37. Nathan Ormond, the Bristol winner. Nathan Ormond is the lowest winner in the standings. He's like 34th or something, but he has a win. So that's it's a little fun fact. Or maybe not so much of a fun fact for Ormond. Matthew Hartford starting to work his way up here. Has a win over in the trucks. Brandon Gomez needing a pretty good rebound after a pretty poor finish at North Wilkesboro. Evan Hunter's there as well, the 11. And if he can gain enough points, he can definitely find himself with a shot at the championship and Indianapolis. Roger Ray, however, way toward the back. Gonna need to work his way forward at some point or another. His lap time's starting to drop off. And time's slowly running out here for anyone who might be toward the back to try and get up toward the front. Dana Bouchard underneath of Al Lagasse for second. That's all they've been doing. They've been exchanging second place all over the place. But Wyatt Walker has been holding the lead. Coming to 12 to go. And Walker's been doing a phenomenal job. Nathan Ormond could make this a Pontiac 1-2-3 at the moment, though. The Hartford starting to work his way forward. His lap times have dropped off of just a tad bit, so that's going to make passing just a tiny bit more difficult. Just a tiny bit. Checking in on the lap cars, they're coming out of turn 4. We're just coming out of turn 1, so I don't think that lap traffic will become an issue. And no problem. Make sure I check on that. We are coming to 10 laps to go. This race, even with the caution, has been flying by at a pretty good click. As these three Pontiacs just working together at the moment. Danny Bouchard, though, getting a little bit lower. So far, no one's been able to take the lead away from the 44 for quite a while. Bouchard and Ormond just holding there for now. Matthew Hartford and now Lagasse working together. And Ormond shuffling the 37 out of line. Not sure if he entirely meant to do that or not. But now he's going to have to pretty much commit to it. Now Lagasse ducks out of line. I mean, it's go time about now. Got to make your moves. Checking in on the 90, though. I'm trying to see where he's running. Looks like he is starting to falter about midfield. And Diego Pez running a good ways ahead along with Evan Hunter. So door is open as they run. But now Lagasse underneath of Ormond. They should be okay. Now 7 laps to go. And again, they're just coming out of turn 4. We're still in turn 2. They're a full half track ahead. So they should be fine. So Al Lagasse now in second. But does anyone have anything for the 44? 6 laps to go. I almost said 4 to go. Jepper's line back to the inside. If they just keep on exchanging second place like this, It's going to help the 44 out quite a bit. With Sean Fay, Juan Garcia all here in the inside lane. Still a little bit of time for any up here at the front. Line back looking for it. He's to the inside with 5 to go. Can the 44 fight back on the outside? Sean Fay going to give some drafting help there to the 42. And heading into the turn 3, the 42 is going to take the lead away. Now 4 to go. Sean Fay getting to the inside. Help from Garcia. Can he get his nose under there? He will. Game on. We're coming to 3 to go this time. Sean Fay, Juan Garcia here on the inside lane. 42, though, doing a decent job of holding on. Juan Garcia knocks out line. 3 wide for the lead. Can Rob Evans make it 2 in a row? He's third on the inside in the 73. But Sean Fay heads up to the outside lane. Juan Garcia taking 2 laps to go. Looks like the 2-car led that lap, and indeed he did. Rob Evans making a power move underneath the 77, who's trying to gain points on the 90. The 11 trying to do the same. But we're coming to the white flag. Rob Evans looking to make it 2 in a row. Juan Garcia looking for his first win of the season. White flag in the air. And underneath him, who's going to have the advantage? Neither has that much drafting help. Now Evan Hunter goes with the 73. He's going to have the advantage. And for the second time tonight, Rob Evans going to win, I think. Yes, he does. 2 in a row for Rob Evans in the 73. And twice on the same night. Wow. Apparently the big gay, no he's not, but he will take the win. Again, second time tonight. Pretty cool there. Juan Garcia, the 2-car finish in second, did everything he could do, but a still a solid effort there. Evan Hunter in third, though. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty good for the championship battle. And Jay Jefferson, Ryan Kendall, the top 5. Nicholas Wade, Diego Pez in 7th. That also is going to help him out. Chris Myers, Nathan Ormond, and Colton Yo are the top 10. In the 90 car, ooh, 37th. Wow. This is going to be close for Indianapolis. This is going to be close. This is going to be close. We'll have to go see what we've got. First off, it's off to victory lane for Rob Evans. The second time tonight. Man. Impressive stuff there for the 73 Chevy. And 2 in a row. We'll see where that might put him in the standings, trying to claw his way forward a bit. And I'm just glad I was able to find a work in Atlanta. Thank goodness. There's the points from the last race. So now, it looks like things are Working a little more smoothly now. 17 races down. 1 to go. One to go in both this and the trucks. So a champion will be crowned. And like I said, to anyone who might not have heard though, I will go and throw it out there that both championship races will be on the same night, along with a little pre-race kind of hangouts stream with some folks, if anyone even still uses hangouts. If not, we can break out Discord. But yeah, just a little pre-race deal, kind of like what we did in the Barrett Jackson series. And then after that, well, it's whatever comes to mind. And I do have some ideas, which I can maybe throw out here, as far as other stuff that I might be doing. But anyways, heading to the final race of the championship for season number 4. The standings stack up as follows. New point leader Evan Hunter by 17. And then 28 ahead of Cody Reynolds. Diego has 44 back. Oh my goodness. That is what you want to see. You can call that the championship 4. The 11, the 88, the 90, and the 77. Wow. A little shout out here to Jay Jefferson, though. He is 5th with a big gain. Plus 7. 133 back. I'm pretty sure that mathematically he could do it with that total. Colton Yo jumping up to 6th. I mean, he's been pretty quiet, but doing great. And William Brock, Seth Cole, Nick Kennedy, Ryan Kendall are the top 10. And Rob Evans jumping in the top 15 with with those 2 victories in a row. There's only 2 top 5s of the season. Wow. Now I'm going to jump back here really quick, and I want to see. So Rob Evans with the win. He did not have most laps led. And last place received 37 points. So call it 40 points if you want to, just for the sake of it, or 35 or whatever. So it looks like you have to be within about 150 points to be mathematically eligible to win the championship. So that absolutely means that Jay Jefferson could do it at Indianapolis. Colton Yo, I doubt it. And I doubt it for William Brock either. So I'd say you're looking at the top 4, obviously, as your main contenders. And Jay Jefferson, a potential dark horse. What do you mean you suck? You finished like 9th. Well, at least, well, in that race at least. And not really. That would just be more for a practicality from a practicality standpoint. Yeah, doubtful. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. It's a slim chance, but it's a chance. You can absolutely do it. Although the favorites obviously are going to be Evan Hunter, Roger Ray, Cody Reynolds, and Diego Yepes. 44 points separating those 4 guys. That is pretty darn close for heading to the final race. And just as a quick refresher, the Matco Tools Truck Championship is also looking decently close. Not as close, but still you got some guys with some shots at that. Although Dylan Young, I think that anyone aside from Dylan Young winning the championship would be an upset in that one. But anyways, this is an NCCS stream, so I'll keep on this. There's the full standings. And Dale Salzman still looking for that first top 10. Hopefully it'll come in Indianapolis. We can all hope. But anyways, again, championship night. I'm not exactly sure when that's going to be. Um, but yeah, we'll have fun then. And then maybe what I'll start doing, if I get the chance, maybe stream some online races. I mean, hey, I'm taking over IBOS. Yeah, in case anyone did not know, I am taking over an online series called the Icebreakers Online Series, which Seth Cole used to run, but then he handed me the reins to that, so looking forward to that one. And then, of course, racing and a bunch of others. But who knows, if there are any races that I am not racing in, but can make it to, I might live stream them. Just to have something going. And plus, I have a bit of a... yeah, true. Well, like a sub-admin, I guess would be the term for it. But yeah, you and Mr. Baker. After Top takes his break, I will be the most active TRN offline member. Actually, well, no, actually, you're pretty much correct. That is a pretty true statement. I mean, of course, once well, actually, yeah. When winter break rolls around from college, that might be a great time to do the Tournament of Champions. Oh, there's an idea. Because winter break for college is usually a few weeks. So that can either be like spread them out as needed, or do a couple per night and then also throw in some other fun stuff then. So yeah, winter break, hopefully we can have some fun. Breaking out the big yay as always. And plus, I have a crazy idea for another live stream that I'll be doing. Of which, well, that'll be fun. I have to get in contact with some folks about this one. But once iRacing releases its AI feature, the NRL will be switching over from NR 2003 to iRacing/S. Well, I mean, iRacing does seem pretty cool, but the fact that you have to pay for everything just no, I can't do it. I want to make sure that you're hooting and hollering about the correct thing. So here, go ahead. Go. I want to hear what your thought is, and then I'll tell you if you are correct or not. And yeah, NR 2003 is free, which is why I do it. And yeah, iRacing goes money, which kind of stinks, but I mean, it looks really cool. I've seen some live streams of like some really high-end series over there. It's like, whoa, check that out. And who knows? Maybe the day will come that if that's still going strong, that and I ever get the money for it, then I'll definitely look at that as a possibility. And to what Mr. Carter Friesen said here, he's correct. He is correct. I already have, I mean, of course I'd be able to do it with anyone who was interested, but my plan is to get some league racers to react to it. I already have one dude that but I'll definitely want to stream that just because, I mean, it should be fun, and I mean, the cool thing is that it's not always the same set of, like, glitches and whatever happens. It's not always the same every time, so even my reactions will be pretty new too, so that should be cool, and I hope to do that pretty soon. I just have to talk to Tyler and maybe Rob and whoever else. Maybe Seth? Nah, who am I kidding? Seth's a gamer. He's definitely seen it. I mean, I wouldn't want to get too many people because, of course, that usually turns into, like, just too many people talking over each other, you know? But, yeah, subtle differences. There are always, like, slight differences to just kind of how it plays out, so. Yeah, well, we'll have a good time with that. But anyways, that is everything. Oh, and one final thing that I want to throw out here to everyone. This Wednesday on Napa Fans channel, make sure you tune into that, because on Wednesday at about 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, whenever it is, the Talladega race, the NNSCRA Talladega race, which is a Halloween-themed Talladega event, will be streamed over on Napa Fans channel. I will be racing in that along with probably 40 other people. It's going to be a big field, and it's going to be cool, so if you want to go check out what it's like to be in a 40-car plate race in NR 2003, definitely go check that out on Napa Fans channel. Let's see, have I covered everything? Oh yeah, and Carter's going to be in that too. Carter's going to be racing in it. Yeah, 40. There are 42 cars on the entry list, including myself. And yeah, it'll be something. It will be something. I mean, it's Talladega. It's not like it's Kansas or something, or Atlanta or some other smaller track. And I mean, hey, these are 40 guys that, I mean, from what I can tell, just looking at the entry list, a lot of them know what they're doing. I know a lot of the names. There are some names that I don't know, some names that I've never heard before. But just looking at it, these are guys that know what they're doing. But yeah, I mean, just as long as everyone plays it cool, plays it calm, and I mean, it's 94 laps, so it's gonna be a big one. But I am stoked for that one. I've been stoked for about the last month, and it is only a few days away. But yeah, that will be live streamed on Napa Fans channel. He will be off tracking it, of course, so you can actually get like the full effect. I'm sure a few other guys will be streaming it who are in the race, but I mean, I think that if you want the proper broadcasted version of it, Napa Fan is where you're going to want to be for that one. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. Thank you everyone for watching. Again, I will make sure I keep everyone up to date as far as when the championship night will be. Looking forward to that for sure. And we'll all have a good time. We'll all have a good time. And then, of course, we'll have fun with whatever else we're doing. Definitely looking forward to the Doki Doki one again, just because I know that there are some guys that... there's some guys that are going to try and get into that are going to be like, huh? Or if they're not interested, we'll see. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a good night. And hopefully see you again soon. And yep, I'll be checking that. Take care. And bye for now.